Joining me here between games from Litchfield County Sports, Tim Gaffney, Rick Wilson, and Pat Tiscia. And Rick's to my left, Pat's to my right. To my far left, it's Tim. And Rick, we'll start with you. You know these two teams. Obviously, you cover them an awful lot. This should be a real good matchup.
You know, I think the only disappointment would be if, by some chance, this was one-sided one way or the other. Two evenly matched teams, 10 miles apart, different leagues, but a lot of connections.
Well, obviously, it's a great family affair, so to speak, with the coach on one team, his niece on the other.
Well, I just saw the father, Gene McMahon, who said if it wasn't for me, this game wouldn't be played. Bob McMahon and Kelly have a close relationship. It's been a special story for him this week and adds one more element of intrigue to the matchup.
Tim, this is a fun time also, obviously, when you get two local teams and a nice rivalry in a big game like this.
Yeah, there's no question. We see these kids all the time for years. Rick's a teacher at Thomaston High School, so he's around them all the time. So whenever you get two locals, Mohegan Sun, Saturday afternoon, can't get any better than that.
Well, things have been excited for you lately, not just these basketball games. You had a birth in the family, your first child.
Yes, absolutely. 2 weeks ago today, so I'm back out in the scene here covering today's game. Very excited. We had Thomaston in this game last year, and they faced just a monster in Capital Prep. We saw them earlier today win another championship. They're out of Class S now. It should be a very exciting game here against St. Paul, two evenly matched teams. They both had a common opponent earlier this year in Sacred Heart. Actually, Thomaston played them just earlier this week, and they were both very close games. So this year, unlike last year's championship, where it was a blowout, I expect a very close game today.
Well, Rick, you guys, again, as I said, do so much on your website in following the teams in the area and beyond. This game alone is not just the game that you follow. You follow a lot of teams in the area.
Yeah, we cover mostly the Naugatuck Valley League and the Berkshire League, and a lot of good basketball, a lot of good players, and it makes it a lot of fun when you get the crossover matchups like we have here in this championship game.
I remember when I talked with you two last year about the atmosphere here at Mohegan Sun and what a great atmosphere it was. Obviously, we had great finishes last year. So far, so good. We've had a couple of games under our belt, and boy, this has been great.
Yeah, and you know, so special for the small schools. Thomaston has 132 girls as a public high school. Everybody lives within 4 miles of the school. They left their town yesterday, 4 fire trucks, an ambulance, and St. Paul's, I'm sure, has done the same. So, you know, for these kids, to be here once in their life is great. For Thomaston to do it twice in a row is unbelievable.
Tim, I find it amazing. What, 10% of the student body, female student body, plays for Thomaston?
You know, and think about it. The town of Thomaston right now, there's not much going on for the Chamber of Commerce because they're all here. There was a parade out of town yesterday, fire trucks, ambulances, the entire town brought them out of town. That's what sports is all about. That's what we try to bring everybody from Litchfield County Sports is those behind stories. Got great writers with me. We love this ride. This is a lot of fun.
Well, I know this year Thomaston lost a couple of games to Lewis Mills. Obviously, the third game, they were able to get the victory in the Berkshire League title. What was the key for Lewis Mills to be able to defeat Thomaston in those two games?
Well, the key with Thomaston and Lewis Mills is the big matchup down low. It's Abby Hurlbert. They were able to keep her in check early in the first 2 games, but she's a great player, and they've done a great job of adjustments. You look at the semifinal game against Sacred Heart, they were down 9 or 10 at the half, and it wasn't looking good there, but they were able to get it together and pull it together in the second half to be able to get to this game.
I know Thomaston relies an awful lot on Hurlbert because she's so good from shooting from beyond the 3, but when they make it a team game, they're very difficult to stop.
Absolutely, and the thing about them is the shooting. I mean, they got outside, inside, very evenly distributed scoring opportunities for everyone on the team. Just a great overall team.
Well, again, we talk about this matchup and a highly anticipated one. Obviously, last year, Thomaston comes up short. They run into a real good cap prep squad. It'll be a different type game here today. Do you expect this game to be in the 30s?
No, I think it might be a little bit higher than that. Maybe not the 30s. I don't think it'll go much past the 40s. St. Paul's has a really good player in 6'1", Teresa Swanky, and I think Thomaston's concern with them is their depth. Thomaston has a great player in Abby Hurlbert, and Morgan Sanson's been terrific. I'd say the 40s, and like I said at the beginning, I'd be stunned if it wasn't a close game.
Yeah, we figure that as well. Guys, thanks so much. Continued success at Litchfield County Sports, and we look forward to seeing you again back here next year.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the tip-off of our next game upcoming. It's the Class S Championship. Stay tuned.